Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another episode of Success with Ces, where we help you make your dreams come true. Be sure to hit the subscribe button, the notification bell, and leave your comments and questions because I love to interact. Hello, everyone, and welcome again to another episode of Success with Ces, where we help you make your dreams come true. Today, I'm with Andrew Buchan of Business Coaching Houston Interloop.
Yeah, ActionCoach Houston Interloop.
Yes, ActionCoach. And so Andrew and I got to know each other recently at the Better Homes and Gardens Business Networking Group, and it was a great program. Gil Markarian has a great networking group of businesses, entrepreneurs, and things of that nature. And Andrew and I got to know each other, and I thought it was very interesting because I'm really interested in leadership and guidance, especially with my team. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your career and how you got to be here with ActionCoach.
Yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah.
You might have noticed from the accent or the name, I'm not originally from the States or Texas. Originally from Aberdeen, Scotland. I did my university there, did my engineering. Got hired by an oil and gas company, as a lot of people do, up in Aberdeen, Scotland. Spent 6 months in Scotland working for that company, and then I got an opportunity to travel to the States, which was meant to be for 6 months, and it's turned into, I guess, 18, 19 years now.
So hopefully it's not a bad thing.
No, absolutely not. I got to travel the world, and then Houston is definitely now my home. But I worked for them for 10 years, then I ended up working for another manufacturing company that was based in India, in France, and then we had places here in Texas as well. And I got to work for them for 10 years as well. At that point, I decided, I want to have my own business and run something myself. And I looked at all my skill sets and what I'd done in the past. And it made a lot of sense for me to invest in ActionCoach as a franchise owner and to build my business.
Okay. Well, one thing that's curious to me about business coaching is that it is leadership oriented. Would you agree with that?
A big part of it, yeah.
Yes.
Absolutely, especially for the business owner and them being the leader of their business. Yes.
Right. And so you are leading leaders. What in your life got you interested in leadership and guidance? I mean, because there's scouting, Boy Scouts, and a YMCA leaders program, which is the genesis of my leadership. But for you, what was it?
At an early stage, Boy Scouts. That was where I started up in Scotland. But I think the opportunity really came when I started working for the company I worked for in Scotland, and then they took me to the States, and a huge amount of leadership training we got. I worked for several different departments across my time there, and I just naturally came up as I believe a leader, and then learned the skill sets that kept me going right the way through.
Right, and that's so important for you guys out there in the audience that you see people and you might have categorized some folks as natural born leaders, but my feeling is that anybody of any personality type can be a leader.
I think so. I mean, I think a lot of it is to do with the experiences that you get. The confidence and the abilities that you try, and sometimes you fail, and then sometimes you bounce back and are very successful. And then the skill sets part. I mean, the actual tools and systems that you can do to just be a more effective leader and to make it easier.
Right. My feeling is that, and I think the studies will show that when you write it down, when you write a business plan down, and you follow it and you track it and you're accountable to it, is when you're going to be most successful.
100%. Yeah, that's it. I mean, there's great studies that show if you decide on a goal yourself, you're X% successful. Writing it down, it increases it, and then telling someone else what you wrote down is the maximum amount that you go through. And it's that accountability part.
Don't keep your goals a secret, is what Andrew's saying.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
So with ActionCoach, what is the system? What is the program when you have more work with a client?
Yeah. So there are different things. The industries that I work with is very, very broad. Everything from solopreneurs all the way to large multi-million-dollar companies and their leadership teams as well. But when I look at all the different challenges businesses have, it usually boils down into three things: time, team, and money. So the owner doesn't feel like they have enough time, or they feel like they're firefighting a lot versus working on their business, their team, finding the right people, keeping the right people, the training, all those different processes to do with them. And then the money part is, it's cash flow, it's marketing, it's sales, it's getting that revenue, that service, that product out of your business. So they really are the core essence that we dig into, and we do that through a process called the 6 steps, or the 6 steps are the kind of our architect.
I noticed that.
Yeah, I took one for you to kind of look at.
This is the 6 steps, folks.
And all the breakdown of it. Yep. So what it does is it starts down at the very fundamental area, down at the mastery level, and we break that up, and we won't go through all the different sections, but mastery level is all about getting the foundations right. If you're going to build something, you want your foundations to be right, and that starts at that mastery level.
I see that you were telling time, people, and money.
Yeah, and financial piece, and then as you go up in the 6 steps, our next step is in the niche. And niche is all about generating cash flow and getting very, very good at making a marketing machine that's going to generate that predictable cash flow for you.
Right. And so this applies to any business.
Every single business. Yeah,
it really does. As somebody that's been in business now for 30 years, whether it's in corporate sales myself and now in real estate for 9 years, I know that the principles are the same. Just like the principles of real estate are the same from one neighborhood to the next, and one city or in the area to the next. It's the fundamentals are basically the same, and I see that here in the 6-step scorecard here with ActionCoach. Tell me about some successes maybe that you've had in your time doing ActionCoach.
Yeah, with some of my clients, I guess I would break it up into a couple of different areas. So one of them, big successes, is being able to work with my clients. They might have very, very good goals, but turning that goal into a plan that is written down on paper that is executable. And that is a huge success for from the feedback from my clients, just to have that plan. So every single client I work with, we put a 90-day plan together. 90 days is about 13 weeks. 13 weeks, we have very detailed processes or detailed activities that we're going to execute on over those 90 days. And sometimes for a lot of the clients that I have, that's the first time they've ever gone into that level of detail inside of a quarter to really go and execute.
Right. Now, from a high level, when I'm talking to groups, I do public speaking and I'm talking to various groups and I talk about the power of positive visualization and acting upon the things that you visualize. This is very similar in the sense that you visualize a goal, but you write down the plan and you do the steps to act upon those things that will get you to your goal.
Absolutely, and you need both of them. You need that vision of what it looks like at the end, and the absolute visualization around it. But then, what's the details? How are you going to keep track of every single little bite-sized piece that's going to lead you to that goal at the end of the day?
Right. So tell the audience a little bit about any program, any particular event that you might have coming up, if you've got something on the schedule.
Yeah, well, I guess what I would like to say is one of the things that I love to do is talk with business owners and work with business owners. Obviously, that's my business. But what I do is a complimentary strategy session. So we actually go through and score ourselves or score the business through the 6-step scorecard and see just which areas are the most important to work on.
Let me just say that again to the audience: a complimentary
strategy session.
Yeah. Wow. What a great benefit to you and your business. I mean, because we all struggle from time to time, and what a better way to recharge, re-energize your business, gain some focus, and talk with Andrew Buchan here. Easy to get a hold of. Tell the audience your phone number, website.
Yeah, the easiest way is on the website, actionhtx.com. That's the shortcut link that brings you to the Action.
Yeah, and we'll post that below the interview.
Yeah, and Andrew Buchan at actioncoach.com and 832-240-6312. So very, very easy to reach out and grab a hold of me.
Awesome. You got to take advantage of that complimentary strategy session. It's going to do you and your business, your employees and your clients a great deal of service. Andrew, thank you so much for
Thank you,
joining me
Ces.
today.
Yeah,
It's been a
it's a pleasure.
pleasure, and let's do it again sometime soon.
Sounds great.
All right,
Thank you.
take care, folks. Be sure to subscribe, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. Leave your comments and questions. We'll love to interact. I'll put Andrew in touch with you, and we'll see you next time on Success with Ces.